Your bank account isn't the problem. It's never been the problem. Right now, while you're watching this, your nervous system is operating on a frequency, a literal, measurable frequency, and that frequency is either pulling money toward you or pushing it away. Here's what nobody tells you: broke isn't a number. Broke is a signal you're broadcasting 24/7, and your brain learned to transmit it before you ever saw your first paycheck. There's a formula: 3 numbers, takes 30 seconds to understand. Most people who discover it feel physically sick when they realize how simple it is, because if it's this simple, why did they spend years drowning? I'm about to show you the frequency shift that changes everything. But first, you need to understand why you've been stuck on static your entire life. Listen carefully. Every decision you make about money broadcasts a frequency. Check your account obsessively, low-frequency static. Avoid looking at bills, dead air. Buy something to feel better, interference noise. Your brain is a transmitter. It's been transmitting the same broke frequency since you were a kid watching your parents panic about money. You inherited their frequency. You didn't choose it, but you're broadcasting it. Here's the brutal part: money operates on a specific frequency bandwidth. If you're not tuned to it, you can work 80 hours a week and still can't hold onto anything. Not because you're not working hard enough, because you're transmitting on the wrong channel. Think about radio stations. You can have the most powerful car in the world, but if your radio is stuck on static, you're not hearing music. That's you, right now, powerful potential, stuck on a frequency that only plays one song, not enough. The formula I'm about to show you, it's not about budgeting, it's not about side hustles. It's the recalibration protocol, the exact 3-number sequence that tunes your nervous system to the frequency where money flows instead of fights. But before I show you the formula, you need to see what staying on the wrong frequency costs, because most people don't change until the price gets unbearable. Connor, 26, warehouse supervisor at a distribution center, single, living with his older brother in a 2-bedroom apartment, splitting $1,400 in rent, made $3,200 monthly, had been making that for 3 years. Every morning, same pattern: woke up at 5:29, grabbed phone before opening eyes, bank app, checked balance, $83, 16 days until payday, stomach dropped every single morning. Connor had 41 active payment plans, not one over $92. Phone, car, furniture, laptop, gaming console, gym membership he never used, subscriptions he forgot about. 41 separate transmissions of the same frequency: I can't afford my life in one payment, so I'll pay forever in pieces. Tuesday, November 14th. Boss pulled him aside. "Hey man, can you cover Saturday? Overtime's time and a half." Connor thought, "I can't say no, need this job, need that money." Worked 6 days that week, got the extra $230. Gone in 4 days, couldn't even tell you where it went. Friday night, 10:47, sitting in truck outside apartment. Opened bank app, -$18, overdraft. Again, 11 days until payday. Thought one thought on repeat, 26 years old and I can't even make it 2 weeks. Here's what Connor didn't know: his frequency was locked. Every morning check reinforced the static. Every payment plan extended the interference. Every panicked decision broadcast the same signal: not enough, never enough, won't ever be enough. He was transmitting poverty while working for prosperity. But here's the thing about frequencies: they can be recalibrated. 1 adjustment, 3 numbers, 30-second protocol. Connor found it on a night he should have given up. November 28th, 2 in the morning. Connor couldn't sleep, scrolled his phone, found an article about something called the frequency gap. The formula was stupid simple: 3 numbers. Number 1, your frequency floor. The absolute minimum you need monthly to stay alive, not comfortable. Alive: rent, utilities, food, insurance, transportation. That's it. For Connor, $1,800. Number 2, your current signal strength. Income minus mandatory obligations. For Connor, $3,200 minus $1,800 equals $1,400. That's his power output. Number 3, the recalibration rate. 15% of signal strength gets locked before anything else touches it. For Connor, $210. The protocol wasn't save after expenses. It was lock the frequency before your brain can broadcast static. Connor sat there staring at his phone, $210, before bills, before food, before the 41 payment plans screaming for attention. Lock it first. Transmit the new frequency first, then handle everything else with what remained. He thought, this is insane, I'm already short every month. But here's what the frequency shift does. When you transmit a different signal first thing, everything else in your financial reality starts responding to the new broadcast. Not metaphorically, actually. Connor made a decision at 2:17 in the morning that changed his entire operating system. December 1st, payday, Connor's hand shook opening his bank app. $3,200 appeared. He had 18 seconds before his brain could start the usual panic spiral about what was due. Opened second account, set up weeks ago, hadn't touched it. Transferred $210, hit confirm. Balance $2,990. 41 payment plans waiting, rent due, brother expecting his half, groceries needed, gas tank on empty. Connor's brain screamed, every neuron firing the old frequency, you just made yourself shorter, you can't afford this, transfer it back. He closed the app, left it locked. Week 1 felt like drowning on purpose, declined lunch with coworkers twice. Meal prepping, he said, saved $43, drove past the gas station that charged 30 cents more per gallon, went 2 miles further, saved $8. Brother asked, can you spot me 60? Connor's mouth went dry. Can't right now, sorry. First time saying no to family in 5 years. Day 14, bank balance $41, $210 untouched in separate account. Connor had made it to payday eating ramen 3 nights and saying no 4 times, but the frequency was holding. Month 3, open savings account, $630 stared back at him, had never seen that number in savings, ever, not in 26 years. His brother noticed, you seem less stressed lately. Connor didn't tell him about the frequency shift, just smiled. Month 7, savings hit $1,470, number bigger than his entire signal strength. For the first time in his adult life, he had more in savings than he made in a month. His boss on a Thursday, you turned down overtime this week, you feeling all right? Connor, I'm good, don't need it anymore. That sentence would have been impossible 8 months earlier. Here's what happened to Connor that the frequency shift doesn't advertise. When you lock in a new transmission, your entire financial ecosystem recalibrates around it. He stopped checking his bank account every morning. The compulsion just dissolved. His nervous system wasn't searching for the static anymore. The 41 payment plans started paying them off one by one. Not because he suddenly had more money, because the frequency shift changed how his brain calculated value. Every payment plan was interference noise. Every one he eliminated cleared the signal. Took 14 months, but the last payment cleared on a Tuesday afternoon. Connor sat in his truck and cried for 20 minutes. Not because he was rich, because he could finally hear the signal clearly without 41 competing transmissions drowning it out. Connor didn't become a millionaire. He became someone whose nervous system stopped broadcasting emergency mode every hour of every day. That's the frequency shift. It's not about the money you make. It's about the signal you transmit first before your broke frequency can hijack the broadcast. Right now, before this video ends, you're going to do something that will change your transmission. Grab your phone. Open your banking app. Look at your last paycheck, the actual deposit amount, write it down. Now calculate your frequency floor, rent, utilities, basic food, insurance, minimum transportation, not wants, survival, write that number. Subtract floor from income, that's your signal strength. Now multiply signal strength by 0.15, that's 15%. That number you just calculated, that's your recalibration rate, the exact amount that gets locked before your broke frequency can touch it. Here's what you do in the next 24 hours. Open a separate account. Doesn't matter where, free checking works. When your next paycheck hits, you transfer that recalibration rate first. Before rent, before bills, before your brain can argue. You're not saving, you're locking in a new frequency. You're transmitting a different signal. You're teaching your nervous system that there is enough and it exists before the chaos touches it. This isn't comfortable. The first month will feel like you're suffocating on purpose. Your old frequency will scream that you can't afford this. Every friend asking to borrow money, every unexpected expense, every moment of doubt will try to pull you back to static. But here's what happens when you hold the frequency for 90 days. Your financial reality starts broadcasting something you've never experienced. Stability, not wealth, not riches, just the absence of constant emergency transmission. And once you stop broadcasting emergency, money stops running from you. Comment frequency locked if you just calculated your recalibration rate and you're committing to the 30-day transmission hold. If you're the type who refuses to stay stuck on a broke frequency while everyone around you keeps transmitting static, the video on screen shows you how to eliminate the interference patterns that keep draining your signal strength. Like this video, share it with someone still broadcasting emergency mode wondering why nothing ever changes. Subscribe because every week I show you the frequency adjustments that separate those who break free from those who break down. Become a member for the advanced recalibration protocols that most people will never discover. And drop in the comments what's your recalibration rate. Let's lock in the new frequency together. Stop transmitting broke, start broadcasting abundance. The formula's in your hands, the shift happens today.